So before the incident with Jin, you did 3 years.
Yeah.
It was for gang-related crimes?
Yeah.
You were 18?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was for
It
exactly?
was witness tampering.
Witness tampering, yeah.
Witness tampering and motherfucking, yeah.
Okay. So you did 3 years. Mm-hmm. You came out at 21.
Yeah.
And are you still active in it, or is
Yeah.
that?
At that time, it was kind of like, you know what I mean? It was going down, but I was still active. You know what I mean? I had came home, and a lot of people looked up to me. A lot of people, like, you know, so that a lot of people were behind me and all that. And I was still young. I was still like, you know, I was still wild, and you know, and yeah.
So then the incident happened with Jin and his man. Mm-hmm. If you can kind of run through the gist of what happened.
Yeah, Vlad, man, I don't even want to talk about that shit.
Okay,
You know what
fair
I'm
enough.
saying? Because that shit is like,
okay.
That's not where I'm at right
fair
now.
Enough.
Jin was hanging out with like, you know, I wouldn't say they were rival. I mean, they were rival gang members. You know what I'm saying? Because I was part of a gang called Ghost Shadows, and they was part of another set, which, you know, we were. It wasn't like it was war, but it was like, you know, it was always like, you know, uneasy. You know what I'm saying? So when I had came home, because I had came home from a 3-year bid before that. You know what I mean? So I had came home, and then when I came home, one of them dudes. They was starting to get into the rap shit too. You know what I'm saying? Another Asian dude, another Chinese dude, he was starting to get into the rap and shit. And one of the gang members was like, you know, they owned the club, and, you know, they was like, you know, they was sponsoring him, like he was whatever. So Jin was hanging out with them. So on that particular night that the shit happened, I was strapped. And I had just came from another situation where, you know, I had took my head somewhere else. So, you know, when I went into the bar, my head was already gone, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, so when I got there, I took a couple drinks. I had a couple drinks in my system, and Jin was there. So I wasn't really paying no mind to Jin, you know what I'm saying? But my man had came up to me and was like, yo, you know, Jin had, was like, you know, had like disrespected one of my homies that was locked up, you know what I'm saying? Was like, yo, disrespected one of him by, like, you know, doing something to his girl or something to that effect. In reality, like, normally I wouldn't have even paid that really no mind. I would have told them to handle it, but because I was like, my mom was already gone, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, whatever, like, you know, what's up? So they went over there, Jin had walked to the bathroom, so the spot, it was called Yellow, you know what I'm saying? The spot was a narrow spot in Chinatown. And son, Jin had walked into the bathroom, like, there was like you know, not before you walk into the bathroom, there's like a little area, so he walked in through the doors or whatever, and my man had went behind him, so me and my man and, like, you know, another one, it was like 3 of us, we went into that little veranda and pressed Jin, you know what I'm saying? So Jin is immediately, like, he just, like, you know, he jumped up and was like, yo, like, you know, and then my man was trying to wrestle with him and put him into the bathroom. So, like, while that was happening, I kind of, like, I was standing there and I kind of, like, grabbed Jin and I kind of, like, threw him into the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? He was about to go into the bathroom, and then, like, you know, one of the people that he was with, you know, ran behind, like, tried to run behind me, and my mans that was by the door started tussling with him. You know what I'm saying? So when that tussle began, like, somebody was like, yo, son got a knife, you know what I'm saying? So then, like, I turned around, I had the hammer on me, you know what I'm saying? So I pulled out the hammer, and then, like, by that time I was gone already. It was really like, you know what I'm saying? I was ready to lay something down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was already there. Like, I took myself to a point where I'm just going to lay somebody down that night, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't for him, it wasn't for Jin, it wasn't for the other dude, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my mind was there already. So when son said he pulled out the knife, I turned around and I pulled out the hammer immediately, and then, like, I had the hammer in the back of his head, like, right, you know, right where the top of his skull, like right where the top of his spine is, and I pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? I had the 40 cal. I put the shit right on his head and I pulled the trigger, and thank God the shit jammed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when it jammed, I went back, I brought it down, and I'm fixing it. And then, like, it got a hairpin trigger, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, anybody that know about that is, like, as soon as you even touch it, it's go bang, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I was already, like, erratic, and then I pulled it up, and then I was aiming for his head. I was trying to shoot him in the head, you know what I'm saying? But when I lifted up, my finger just, like, kind of brushed it, and it rang off, bang, you know what I'm saying? And it hit son in the back. So when it hit him in the back, you know, Jim was already gone. He ran into the kitchen. He wasn't even nowhere near for that scene right there. And then after that, you know, son hit the floor, and then, like, you know, I asked everybody, like, it was a whole club. It was like probably like 75 people there, you know what I'm saying? And everybody saw my face, you know what I'm saying? And then I just walked out that bitch.
And you ended up getting 10 years for that.
Yeah.
You were on the run.
Yeah.
For how long?
For like a year.
Okay. I remember I interviewed Chi Ali.
Yeah.
And he was on the run for a murder for a while.
Yeah.
A couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and he described what he had to go through.
I looked at it like this. I'm on the run for a homicide. When I get locked up, I'm never coming home again. So, you know, I'm looking at it like you're going to get 25 to life. So my mentality was, you know, I had a real fucked up mentality. I had a whatever mentality. If you would have been like, yo, Chi, what's up? I'm going to the moon tonight. I'd be like, all right, what time we leaving? Like, whatever. That was just my whole outlook on life, because I felt like if I get locked up,
all these other charges don't matter.
Yeah, life is over. Yeah, like, now I always liked guns, but I never was a stick-up dude. But I guess desperate times calls for desperate measures, and because of who I was, I couldn't just hustle anymore. It's like, even if I had a block or whatever way I could get money at, I can't do that because I get pulled over for smoking weed or something minute. It's not minute if they take my prints. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm facing homicide charges in New York.
Describe what it's like to be on the run for a shooting.
It was, that shit was crazy. It's crazy how my world was like, when that shit happened, my world went upside down. Like, everything that, or my future was like, you know, to me, it was just gone. It was just like, you know what I mean? And I was just really stuck in like, damn, I just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's over. So in my mind, I'm just like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it comes, I don't really have nothing to lose now because I just lost it all. That's how I was thinking.
So you thought you were going to wait forever?
Yeah, because I didn't know if he died. People were telling me that he died or he might die. And on another note, that was supposed to be my third violent offense, right? So
Strike three.
yeah, that was my third strike. I was young with three violent felonies already. So I was like, they're gonna give me life. Like, I didn't know about the law, but I just knew 3 strikes, 3 violent arrests, and I'm like, I'm about to do life. So when I was on the run, you know, I was moving like, you know what I mean? I wasn't wilding because I was blessed. I had people that really cared about me. You know what I mean? I had people that took me in, knowing my situation, took me in.
So they were risking their own freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
Because harboring a fugitive
Yeah.
is jail time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
several people. Like, you know what I mean? People I didn't even know though. Like people I didn't even know though. Like, shout out my brother Chris, you know what I'm saying? But people I didn't even know, people I just met. But then they saw something about me, like, you know what I mean? Saw the energy or the look in my eye or something, and they saw that, damn, you know what I mean? I helped this guy, you know what I'm saying? And I was helped. I went to California. I didn't even know these people. These people took me in.
Oh, so you went clear across the country.
Yeah, I was in Colorado. I was in Chicago. I stopped all around. I was in Michigan working in a Chinese restaurant. You know what I mean? And then I was on the front page of a magazine called Blender. At the time, it was a big fucking magazine. I don't think that publication is around anymore.
I remember. Yeah.
But it was a big publication. I was not on the cover, but I was on a 6-page article in that magazine, and I remember like, damn, my brother called me, and one of my guys, he called me, he's like, yo, bro, wherever you doing, bro, you gotta stay low, because, and I was in Atlanta at the time. I was in Atlanta I was living with students. So what I did was I went to the campus, and you know they would leave like the paper with the little splits saying like, oh, roommate needed for campus, and I would take them shits and I call, be like, yo, I'm a student at Georgia Tech, and I'm looking for, you know, a roommate. I went in all like, you know, Brooks Brothered out, like, you know what I mean, just like looking all nice, looking like a student and shit, and then I just be like, not Brooks Brothers, but like, you know, I had a shirt and something, but then I was looking like a student, and then I was living with these people that had no idea that I was just, they didn't have no idea, right? Who
You're a fugitive.
Yeah, they didn't know. So I'm there, and then I'm bonding with these people, and I'm giving them the story that's like, you know, I made up in my head. And then I used to go to class, like front, like I'm going to class. Yeah, give me a drive. I walk in the building. When I look, they leave. I just go back to the house. So I was doing that for a little minute, and then like, you know, I was, you know, bagging chicks over there, whatever. But then my face came in this magazine. And then one day when my boy called me, he's like, yo, you're in the magazine, bro. So I don't know what you gonna do, but you gotta like, you better stay low. And he was like, yo, all the shit that you doing, you gotta stay low. So then I was like, how much time do you think I have? He was like, yo, maybe like 2-3 days. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm on the computer looking for my next spot. Like I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do now. My roommate comes in, I hear the door opening. So the dude that owns the apartment that I'm doing a room with, he comes in, he got a magazine in his hand. I look, and it said Blender. I'm like, oh shit, I got it. I was like, yo, what's up, how you doing? I grabbed the fucking magazine, like I gotta take a shit. Let me see that magazine. I went in the bathroom, tore that bitch open, looking through that shit, and I'm like, oh shit, and my pictures like that right there, mugshot, 3 pictures with a mugshot. I'm like, oh man, I ripped that shit out, boom. And fucking, I was like, I just told him, oh, something happened with my grandma and shit. I gotta go. You know what I mean, I gotta leave. So I just left. And then, and I after that, I went somewhere else. I was putting makeup on my face. I had a fucking wig on, like looking like a gothic, you know. And this is a crazy story. I was on a train going to California, right? And I was on a train. And I'm sitting, somebody dressed me up looking like a gothic, like, you know, I had these fucking boots on, I had this black trench coat on, and I had this fucking, you know what I mean? And then I had this makeup covering my scar, I had a little wig on and shit. Like, I'm sitting there, and this white girl sits next to me, and she has a baby, and she's talking, but I start talking to her, but I'm talking like this. So I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know, yo, like my slang is starting to come out, my accent is starting to come out. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, you dressing like a gothic dude, but you're talking like you're fucking like Cameron and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, so that was crazy.
So you're on the run, and you get caught with a fake passport?
Yeah.
Were you trying to leave the country?
Yeah, the plan was, first I was supposed to go into Mexico. So the whole year I was running, I was waiting, just buying time, waiting for this passport. So my family like put up the money and got me a fake passport. And
how much did a fake passport cost during that time?
Just like 15 grand, some shit like that.
Pretty significant. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a real passport. I finally get the passport after waiting for a while. I finally get the passport. I'm in California. I was supposed to go into Mexico and then find my way to, I think it was Peru, because I have a friend of the family who's out there that has a restaurant. I was supposed to be out there. But then, like a night before I was supposed to go, I'm watching some channel, like the History Channel or something, and they was talking about Mexico and the gangs and what's going on out there. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. I'm about to go into Mexico. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna think I'm Japanese or some shit. They're gonna think I got money. You know what I mean? I got like, at that time I had like 20 grand in my pocket. That's from my, like, you know. So I got all this money in Mexico. That shit is like $1 million, right? So I got 20 grand in my pocket and I ain't got no weapon on me. I don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm supposed to travel through this shit, take the buses to go somewhere else. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that shit. That's just like, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna kidnap my ass. So I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go to Canada. You know what I'm saying? And I went up. I went up to Seattle. And then I was out there. And then I made where I took the bus into Canada, and then I got stopped there. Somebody called in. They knew, because when I got off the bus, it was just, they were there. Like, they were, like, you know what I mean? They were ready for something. So when I saw that shit, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, I got off the bus, and I kept on seeing, like, these guard, like, the security, like, the officers, they kept on cutting their eyes at me and shit. So I'm just like, yo, I think they know, like. So then I kind of, like, I moved away, and I seen them cut my eye. I seen them cut their eye. So I'm like, yo, they fucking know. So I booked. I ran through the door. I'm running. Motherfuckers tackled me and shit. And that was it. And they arrested me, and then took my fingerprint, found out that I was the person or whatever, and they brought me back to New York.
And then you got 10 years.
Yeah.
Was that a plea deal?
Yeah.
How much were you facing?
Well, at first it was supposed to be the life. It was supposed to be the L, the life behind it, but my lawyer, I had the same lawyer as Hurricane Carter. I don't know, anyway. But my lawyer, he was able to find a loophole around, you know, getting the L taken off. So it would have been 20 years, like, was the max.
Yeah, if you blown trial.
Yeah, it was like 20, 25 years, something without the L, without the life. But I pled, and then like, the support that came, like Immortal Technique came to my court hearing. They wrote letters. A lot of people, there was, like, the courtroom was filled with people, like, just showing, like, you know, there was like 100 letters saying, like, you know, my lawyer did it really well, and just argue my case and say that this kid is just a product of the environment or whatever. And the judge she was, you know, good enough to listen to it and give me the minimum, which
10
was
years.
10, yeah. It was
11 years.
Yeah.
Okay.